It was a quiet evening at the Krusty Bucket, and Spongebob was cleaning up for the night, while Squidward was counting all the money. Then Mr. Krabs and Plankton walked up to them. They explained that a place called Fazbear's Pizzeria was in need of security guards. Squidward turned down the offer, but Spongebob was enthusiastic about the idea, saying it was a nice change of pace. Mr. Krabs proceeded to tell Spongebob that his shift will start at midnight and will end at 6 a.m. and will go on for 5 nights. Later that night, Spongebob went to begin work at his new job. He looked up at the pizzeria.
It looked very spooky,
but very exciting at the same time. And with that, the little sponge put on his manly face and entered the store. When Spongebob got to his office, the phone rang. He answered the phone and it was a message from the previous security guard. He gave some advice to Spongebob. Then he warned the sponge that the animatronics may come to life, and hung up. Animatronics that come to life? That's just a bunch of barnacles. But deep down inside, Spongebob was a little worried. The first night began, and at first, things went well. He looked at the surveillance footage of where the animatronics were. Everything seems to be in order. Hours pass and still nothing. At 3 in the morning, Spongebob was getting ready to fall asleep. Then he woke up to a loud thump. He checked the surveillance camera and, wait a minute, where'd the bunny go? Spongebob panicked. He checked all of the security cameras only to find, he's right behind me, screamed the sponge. The little sponge ran for dear life, with Bonnie not that far behind. Spongebob hid behind a nearby plant. Bonnie stopped and looked around. He couldn't see the little sponge anywhere, and he walked away. Phew, that was too close, said a relieved Spongebob. Then he heard a sound that made him look up and shudder. There was Bonnie right above him. Bonnie then continued to pursue Spongebob until he got the little sponge cornered. As Bonnie was about to kill Spongebob, there was a noise. Spongebob looked at the clock. It was 6 a.m. He had survived the first night. The next morning at the Krusty Bucket, Spongebob explained to Mr. Krabs what happened last night and asked if he had to go back for night 2. Oh no, Spongebob, you don't have to go back tonight. Oh, thank you, Mr. Krabs. If you want to lose your job, that is. And besides, it's only 4 more nights. He's right, Spongebob. Maybe you should go back there, and who knows, maybe you might like it. Maybe you're right. Thank you, bosses. That evening in his pineapple, Spongebob was doing some research on Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. He found some very disturbing results, and he didn't want to go back for night 2. But he didn't want to get fired from his job either. Spongebob decided to man up. He dressed up in a security guard outfit, and he marched right out of his pineapple, yelling, "I'm ready!" It was Spongebob's second night, and this time he came prepared. Bring on the terror and the pain. I'm ready. He checked the surveillance cameras. Everything seems to be in order, he thought. But this time I will not go down easy. If any of you move, I will know about it. Spongebob was determined to survive the second night, and he began to wait for the animatronics to move. He waited, and waited, and waited. The little sponge tried his best to keep himself awake, but despite his efforts, he eventually fell asleep. 3 a.m., and a loud thump woke him up. He checked the camera, and as expected, Bonnie was gone, but wait, where's Chica? Spongebob's eyes lit up in fear. First the bunny, now the chicken? I was prepared for one of them, but not 2. Then Bonnie jumped out. SpongeBob ran as fast as his legs could carry him. He ran to a nearby locker room and locked the door and tried to telephone for help. But there was no reception. Damn it! SpongeBob hid in a nearby trash can. Okay, I think I'm safe. Then he heard a shrieking noise. He looked behind him and... Holy shrimp, it's Chica! SpongeBob quickly turned the other way. It wasn't long before he ran into Bonnie again. The two cornered the little sponge, and once again they were about to kill him. But then, 6 a.m. Oh, thank Neptune, I survived the second night. The next day, SpongeBob sat in his house all morning thinking about how he was gonna deal with night 3. He barely survived 2 nights by himself. So for night 3, he decided to bring Patrick along. He feels that there is a better chance he will survive night 3 if Patrick were around. And the two went out to do some training in preparation for the next night. Patrick was certain that those animatronics weren't gonna be a problem for him. And when nightfall came, they were ready. It was night 3 at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, and the duo were in the control room checking all the surveillance cameras for any paranormal activity. They figured if one fell asleep, there would still be another guy watching the area. We're ready for you this time, Freddy. It was very quiet at Freddy Fazbear's. Patrick already fell asleep, but SpongeBob was determined to stay awake and wait for the animatronics to come to life. I'm gonna keep those animatronics in order or bust. They messed with the wrong sponge 2 nights in a row. SpongeBob heard a thump, but this time he wasn't scared. The thump woke Patrick up, however. What was that, SpongeBob? That, Patrick, is the sound of the animatronics coming to life. Get ready to fight, Patrick! Patrick? But Patrick already ran out the door. Damn it, Patrick! Well, looks like I'm on my own again. He checked the surveillance cameras again. Yep, gone as expected. But when he opened the door, he saw... Foxy! SpongeBob charged towards Foxy, and the two got into a brawl. Their battle lasted a couple of hours. I fought a bad guy much tougher than you. Bonnie and Chica joined in. SpongeBob defeated Bonnie with his karate skills, and he defeated Chica by shooting ketchup at her, messing up her circuits. Now only Foxy remained. As the two were preparing to duke it out, 6 a.m. You got lucky this time, Foxy, but next time I won't go so easy on you. And with that, he proudly walked away. The next morning, SpongeBob was training for the 4th night. I'm coming for you, Foxy, he said with confidence. Shrimp is about to get real. SpongeBob was preparing for his next encounter with Foxy. He got a black eye from his last encounter with the fox, and he didn't like that at all. Starting tonight, it's time I finish Foxy once and for all. And I know just the person who can help. He went to Sandy and explained the situation. And although she was skeptical, she agreed to join him. This is gonna be fun, he said to himself. Night 4 at Freddy Fazbear's, and SpongeBob and Sandy were checking the surveillance cameras for any movement. So, what exactly are we doing here, SpongeBob? We're waiting for the animatronics to come to life. Animatronics coming to life? That's crazy talk.
That's not crazy talk. This is crazy talk. Sorry.
Patrick, what are you doing here?
Hey buddy, sorry I ran off on you last time. I just remembered I had something to do.
I see.
I won't run off this time, SpongeBob, I promise.
Well, I'm glad you're here, Patrick. The more of us there are, the better chance we'll survive. Survive what exactly? Then out of nowhere, Foxy appeared. That thing. So we meet again, Foxy. Let's finish this. Foxy charged forward and knocked SpongeBob to the ground. "Hey, no one does that to my friend SpongeBob! Hi-ya!" And Sandy sent Foxy flying. While on the ground, Patrick dropped a box of rocks on him. Then SpongeBob finished him off with his karate skills. 6 a.m. Well, time to go home. Or so they thought. The fifth and final night. SpongeBob was preparing to work the final night when... "Hello, what is this?" SpongeBob read the note.
Dear SpongeBob, meet me at my place tonight if you want to see your friends again. Signed, Freddy Fazbear.
"Oh no, he took my friends!" SpongeBob rushed right to the restaurant. When he got there, as expected, every single one of his friends were captured.
Hello,
said a voice. SpongeBob looked behind him and shuddered. There in front of him was Freddy Fazbear himself.
So, you must be SpongeBob.
And you must be Freddy Fazbear.
I've captured all your friends, and if you don't do as I say, you and all your friends will be history.
I'll do anything, just don't hurt my friends.
A man who values his friends. Very selfless. I knew we could come up with an understanding.
Oh, why thank you. I try to be...
I felt the same way about my friends, until you destroyed them.
Yeah, about that. They tried to kill me and...
But luckily for me, they are animatronics, which means I can reassemble them. Come on out, gang.
And out came all of Freddy's friends. Oh no, now I gotta deal with them again?
I suffered a lot when you destroyed my friends. And now it's your turn. Now, SpongeBob, I will give you 2 options. Option number 1. We let you go and your friends die, or we let your friends go and you die. Now choose.
You want me to choose, huh? Alright, I choose...
Wait, what? That's not a choice. Get them. No one leaves.
And the battle of Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria has officially begun. While the Flying Dutchman held off Freddy and the animatronics, SpongeBob rescued his friends from the prison. Then SpongeBob, Patrick, Sandy, and Squidward went after Freddy. War was upon Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. It was SpongeBob and his friends versus Freddy Fazbear and his goons. Neither side would give up without a fight. SpongeBob knew it was time to destroy Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria once and for all. Their battle lasted for hours. No, I won't let you win! 5:30 a.m. SpongeBob knew what he had to do. Sandy, get everyone out of here. I'm blowing the place up. But what about you, SpongeBob? Don't worry about it. It's between me and Freddy. While everyone else evacuated the area, SpongeBob pulled out his lighter.
Time's up, SpongeBob.
If I go, you come with me. I am ready. Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria was no more. Sandy was worried about her friend.
Is SpongeBob gonna survive?
After an explosion like that, I doubt it. Don't be a bunch of barnacle heads. Of course he's gonna survive. I hope. Then from out of the fire came a tired but triumphant SpongeBob. SpongeBob, you're alive!
Hooray, SpongeBob, I thought I lost you.
Yeah, whoopee.
But wait a minute, how are you alive, SpongeBob?
I'm a sponge, remember? I'm essentially indestructible. Oh yeah, I forgot. Now everybody, let's go home. And they all set off for home and lived happily ever after. Or so they thought.
You may have won the fight, SpongeBob, but the war is far from over. I'll be back.